Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I have my face really glowy right now because I put the Wet n Wild Dewy Primer on. So I literally have to finish this because it has been almost a year. So I really need to finish this. This is what it looks like. It gets your face very dewy, glowy, all that. I did my brows off camera because, well, you guys know it takes me a while to do my brows. So I'm just going to put this Ulta Beauty brow tint in them because now they are done and I cleaned them up with concealer off camera. So now we're gonna go into the palette I really want to focus on today. This is the Jeffree Star Morphe palette. I got this on sale. It was $25. I think it retails for like $35, something like that. So I saved some money. And then this is what the shades look like in the palette. They are very beautiful. You have some shimmers, and then you have this one glittery one called Millions, which is like a glittery shimmer. So that is what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be focusing on the palette and what I can do with it. So the first shade I'm going to go into is I'm going to go into Lynn, which is this light shade right here in the corner. And we're just going to put this on the lid, and we're just going to set that concealer and make sure it's all good. My face is really glowy. I put a lot of that primer on. So it's gonna work. All right. All right, now that's on the lid. It's a very good color. Just sets everything down. So the next shade I'm gonna go into is I'm gonna go into Mr. Diva, which is this one right here. I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna go into that, and we are just gonna put this in the crease and see what happens. See if she's pigmented. See if she blends out really nice. So far she is pigmented. She's blending. Go in again. And there we go, more pigment. I'll do the same thing to the other side. And then the next one I'm going to go into is I think I'm going to go into Boss Angeles, this one right here next to it. That one, I'm going to go on that one. It's just a little bit deeper toned. It looks like a dark or a light brown. Maybe it's a little orange, like a orangey brown. I'm going to pack that onto the outer V. Just give her a little definition. So far, these are blending out really nice. I haven't had too much of a problem so far. So this is like a very dewy foundation, or very dewy, a very dewy primer. I've never, to be honest, I've never really put this much primer on my face before, but I went a little overboard with it. So, all right, I'm gonna take a different brush. This is gonna be a really nice brush. This is the E36. I'm gonna go back into this one called Calabasas, down here in the corner right here. I'm gonna go into that and just kind of like deepen out the outer V a little bit with a little bit more of color. And I haven't had too much fallout, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just packing it onto the outer V of the eye. So she's pigmented. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Okay, now I'm gonna cut the crease and I'm gonna use some concealer. Back of my hand. I'm using the Pretty Fresh Light 40N, and I'm gonna go in with a very small concealer brush. This is the M213 by Morphe. And I'm gonna use a little bit of a smaller mirror. I'm just gonna carve it on out. And we're just gonna see what it looks like when I carve it out. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some on the brush because what's on my hand is not working. So I'm gonna put on the brush and do the other side. Excuse me. Then I'm gonna go back in with that Calabasas shade. No more pigment on. I'm just gonna use whatever left. And I'm just gonna tap between that and the concealer and see what we can get. Same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to use that big brush that we used before with all that fluffy, and I'm just going to make sure it's blended. Make sure it's blended. Back in with that Calabasas. So that Calabasas shade, it looks really dark here and then really light here. I'm gonna go in with a different brush. Let's go in with a packing brush. I'm gonna go back into Calabasas. I'm just gonna use a packing brush and see what happens. So I do that. Just a little bit of inconsistency in color there. Just a little bit. And it's not blending out as lightly as I would have liked it. Let's go back in with Lynn. Lynn is like a really light matte shade. I just want to know if I can like blend it. There we go. All right, and then I'm gonna go with a shimmer shade. Where's my pointed brush? My pointed brushes are... I'm gonna go in with this one. This is a Wet n Wild one. I am gonna go into this color called Design Label right here. Right here, this one right here. And first I'm gonna do this side dry and this side wet and see what happens. So this is going in dry. And we're just gonna pick it up and we're gonna put it on that wet concealer. Okay, we're gonna go in again. Not as much payoff as I thought, so I'm gonna wet it with some Maybelline setting spray. And I'm gonna go back in again with the brush. Okay, I don't like that, so I'm gonna go with my finger. The brush just isn't working, so I'm gonna go with my finger. There we go. Okay, so you gotta use your fingers when you're using these shimmers. That's just my opinion. And press. That's what I'm doing. I'm just pressing. Okay. So far it came out pretty good. That shimmer maybe just that one shimmer you have to use like a finger. So I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face off camera and I'll be back to do the lower lash with you in a little bit. All right guys, so I have most of my face done except for the lip and the under eyes. So basically I'm gonna use the colors in here, but I'm gonna use the lighter shades. I think I'm gonna go into this shade called the 1985 right here. This was the year my boyfriend was born. So we're gonna go into that one. We're just gonna use a Morphe Profusion brush and I'm just gonna put this on the lower lash line. I'm gonna pinch it and just drag it underneath. I'm gonna close my eyes because sometimes the dust from the brush can kick up and go on my eye and irritate the crap out of my eye. So that's why I usually close my eyes. A lot of people do it. I don't know how other people do it with their eyes open. My eyes get really irritated really well. So I always try to close them and kind of keep an eye on what I'm doing a little bit. And then I'm gonna go into this one called Honest Truth down here. I'm just gonna go into that a little bit and we're just gonna blend those two together. Yeah, see, it got in my eye and it's itchy now. Ugh. All right, and then the inner corner highlight. We're just gonna use you. I'm gonna go into Welcome, this one right here at the corner. And I think it's gonna need some spray, so I'm gonna put Master Fix setting spray. I'm also gonna spray the face because it needs it because I've had a lot of powder on it. And go into Welcome. This is Milani one. There we go. Of this Jeffree Star Wifey on. So this is a really ruby red. Chad doesn't like reds and I like wearing reds, so I'm gonna wear it and he's gonna hate it. But you know what? I really like this color. It's a really nice shade, guys. I really do like this. Okay, so that is on the lips. I really like it. It's a very pretty red. This is from the Family Collection. I think it came out this year or last year. I can't remember, guys. And then I'm going to put mascara on. And it's going to be the Maybelline Falsies. I really do love this mascara so much. All right. So that is it, guys. What do you think? Let me know what your comments are down below. Do you like this look? Do you hate this look? Do you think it's awesome? So here's my all over opinion of Jeffree Star's palette with Morphe. So I know this launched maybe like 6-7 months ago. I know it's not new, but I thought I would try it out since I got it for a discount and I waited like everybody else. So here's the deal. I think this palette is very universal. It does have a lot of pinks in there, which is always Jeffree. I might stay clear of them just because I'm not a huge fan of using pinks on my face, but I do like pinks just in general. But he does have some warm shades in here, some pastels. He has a great assortment of glitters. You got a silver, a gold, a like pinky, champagne. So you do have a a good assortment of colors in this palette, which I think is really great. Came up with this look. I think it's really pretty. It's definitely out there for me. I usually don't wear like purples on the corner of the eyes that much, but I did like this look. So as always, please subscribe to my channel if you like these videos. And if you don't like me, I really don't care. This is what I like doing about makeup. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.